Okay, basketball fans, with me.
We are in Toronto, where the Raptors are looking to take one in an inter-conference game at home. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And it's another road game for the Spurs. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And they've only played them once this season, but that win should give them some confidence heading into tonight, their final matchup.
They'd love to sweep this season series. I expect them to try to jump out early in this one.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for San Antonio, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Murray out there with AI. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Well, tonight a battle between two very talented front courts, Doris. This could get pretty physical.
Well, this is a night, Kevin, to me, where the officials could dictate the level of physicality. They know that both teams have big, burly guys up front, that these guys like to engage physically, and so how is the game officiated, particularly at the start? That could set the tone for what could be a cage match.
Personally, do you like those kind of games, Doris?
I like a certain level of physicality, Kevin. I do think that we've cleaned up the perimeter game. I think officiating is such a nuanced deal that the best officials understand innately how something should be called.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Shot's good by Gay.
And Gay is quick at getting his shot off. Can't give this guy any separation, even as the pass is coming his way.
Lowry drives in. It's rebounded by Aldridge. We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. It's a 5-point game. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
And here are the Raptors now, following the bucket by the Spurs. And it's Leonard missing.
Boy, that's exactly how you have to play defense when he's driving the lane. You cannot give him any space.
And finished off by DeRozan.
Fruitful possession, just doing what they can to extend the lead.
Well, this is a perfect example of how you want to run your offense. Disciplined but determined. Nice possession, Greg.
Here's Lowry after the basket by San Antonio. To the paint, here's Gasol, and it's sent back by Aldridge. And he's able to get it back. The Spurs have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. AI kicks to Aldridge. Lowry feeling it out a bit. They kick it out to Green. His 3-pointers off the mark. San Antonio leading by 7. And guys, veteran Danny Green moving north last summer as part of the Kawhi Leonard trade, now in a Toronto Raptors uniform.
Yeah, and not the big name in that deal, obviously, but an important piece. Green is shown to be a very capable 3-and-D guy, and it's the next chapter in what has been a solid career for him.
Hey, we're not seeing the best quarter by this guy, and he's lost his feel a little bit.
AI passes to Gay. It's stolen by Green. And Lowry has it in the corner. And the Raptors miss again. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Wide open look here for Murray. And good coming on the assist by AI.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Victory eluded them last time in San Antonio when they took on the Spurs.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
Well, I couldn't agree more, Greg. Situations like that you hope build character, but they need to knock down the free throws, bottom line.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Anunoby, he's checked in for Siakam. Norman Powell comes in for Leonard. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Van Vliet looking around. Kicks it to Gasol. Over Pirtle. It's Gasol missing. Spurs leading by 11. All right, now let's find out what head coach Nick Nurse had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys. We're going to use it. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
A nice shot by AI.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Van Vliet kicks to Gasol. Shoots the three. Goes back up. Can't capitalize inside. The Spurs have gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. AI left side. Bucket is good. AI's got 6 points.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
No, exactly right. You can't afford to get complacent, right? They have to stay hungry and humble if they want to keep this lead.
And so it's the San Antonio. Marc Gasol, so appreciated by his fans, and certainly a lot of Spanish-speaking fans excited about his success.
It's just fun. You see more fans on the stand.
And great to see so many different. Toronto will go for a different look here. Siakam is checked in for OG Anunoby. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Norman Powell. Danny Green, he's checked in for Jeremy Lin. And it's Lowry in for Fred VanVleet. On the floor for San Antonio, Gay and Aldridge are up front. Murray out there with AI. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. AI double-teamed. Inside, here's Gay. And good coming on the assist by AI. AI's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Raptors trail by 20. Three-pointer, Lowry. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a tough one, but on those illegal screen calls, the defender's never going to get the benefit of the doubt.
And that's true. The officials used to be pretty lenient on those, but not anymore.
Lowry kicks to Gasol. Over Aldridge. No good from Gasol.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
And the shot is long. Here's Toronto now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And the rebounding has been key to their success here tonight.
Yeah, they've dominated that category in this one. It's reflected in the score.
Siakam far from the most skilled player on the floor, but Dorsey finds minutes through his hustle.
This guy has got one of the highest motors in the league. He can leak out in transition, finish in the open floor. I'll tell you, this is a jolt of caffeine in a power forward's body.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Lowry kicks to Green. Out left to the wing. Gasol finds Lowry. Rejected by AI.
Well, AI tracks the play, times his move, get it out of here.
The Spurs have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. DeRozan's shot is good.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
But it's not easy building a lead like this on the road, Greg, but they have been lights out throughout this game.
And the pass to Lowry. To end the run. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs ahead.
Thanks.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
Kyle Lowry and Danny Green are the guard tandem. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Marc Gasol, and it's Siakam in at the power forward. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. He's off on the first. More and more, we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Grizzlies delivered a performance for the ages. He scored 20 points and was diming everybody up with an incredible assist game, setting up his teammates all night long. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you. Any chance he can match that, guys, and that performance again here tonight?
I tell you what, I know he believes he can. His confidence right now is sky high, and he doesn't think there's anybody that can stop him.
Well, there might not be, because he's coming into this game thinking he can be just as dominant as he was the last time he took the floor.
Some changes for Toronto. Norman Powell's checked in for Green, and it's Jeremy Lin in for Kyle Lowry. The Spurs also changing it up. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay, and Derek White subbed in for DeJounte Murray. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. White the pass to Bertans. Now White, he's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. Here's AI, and he makes good on the layup. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 10 assists. And so Lin will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And for Lin, missing the season last year.
AI right side. From down in the low post, it goes. AI's got 6 in the quarter.
I'd pay to see this. Watching AI go to work, score in a variety of ways. This guy unstoppable right now.
The Raptors have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
He's off on the first.
Then, Kevin, in this age of advanced metrics, the numbers back up that Kyle Lowry has turned himself into one of the best players in the NBA.
Here's AI with 4 seconds on the clock, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line. And he makes the first.
Well, I think night in and night out, you can trust AI to be active and aggressive. He will bring the fight to the defense.
With 1 on the clock, it doesn't go for him. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's NBA, and you see it right there on display.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter, Gay and Aldridge are up front. AI is out there with Mills, and it's DeRozan in at the 3.
Well, toughness being shown right there by Kyle Lowry. There's no doubt he is this team's bull. He will finish and head to the line.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, you see how much bigger he is than his stats. Does so many little things on both ends of the floor. I mean, he's a great screen setter, takes charges, all the things that don't necessarily show up in the stat sheet, but are important when it comes to winning.
And that one misses. And Greg, with Lowry, it isn't like he's quiet on the stat sheet either.
No, he is a bulldog. I mean, he scores it, the playmaking. He's just complete in terms of a backcourt player. Rebounds as well as anybody for his position, and got good hands on defense. It just gives you a little bit of everything at that point guard position.
Here's Boucher. He's covered by Gay. Over in the corner, Meeks. Here's Moreland, and he banks in the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
It's AI on the wing. He's guarded by Meeks. AI banked in off the glass. AI's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, some physical defense right there, but AI unfazed, takes it head on, and that's the heart of a winner.
Here's McCall, covered by Mills. Picked his pocket. And now here comes Gay leading the break, and AI with the stuff.
That's an impressive move by AI. This guy plays with great intensity.
Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Lowry from outside, and it's Gay with the rebound. Gay's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
Here's AI. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
What I like here, AI challenging the defense inside, working for high percentage shots.
Here's McCall, covered by Mills. McCall, the pass to Meeks. Rebounded by the Spurs. And here's AI. Pass to Mills. And here's AI. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Meeks kicks to Moreland. Pass to McCaw. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Here's AI, and he drops in the layup off the glass. AI's got 12 now in this quarter.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Can you remember the last time they missed?
I really can't. They're on fire. Seems like they cannot miss.
Lowry kicks to Boucher. Lowry with the ball, working on AI.
Yeah, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for San Antonio.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for AI.
Boy, we got to see this guy's full range of offensive ability. He scored at every opportunity and in every way imaginable.
Lowry passes to Boucher, and that one is stuffed right through.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
Aldridge kicks to AI. There's 21 seconds left to play in the final quarter, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
Pass to Gay. Back to AI. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.